Moving now, man. Yeah? I'm going to scout hii cheke. Scout hii set check. Yeah? You know heater. Welcome to the UZ and Academica match. Here it is, and so far Academica leading by 2-0 if you are just joining us. It is a group match, and Luvo Altafino with an ace. Academica taking an early lead against the defending champions, UZ Wolves. And into the net, that is Altafino, the team captain, and UZ Wolves will get their first point of this match. Academica of Mozambique and UZ Wolves of Zimbabwe. Nigel Kadumba with a safe overpass and shots, punishing them. Nigel Kadumba will return to the crease. Martinho, Augusto, former Autoridade, winners of the Zone 6 tournament with Autoridade in 2012-2013. Sharks! Good reply there, good response from UZ Wolves. Fireworks earlier on into the match. Matthew Samanyada, the comes serve. Good defensive work there, Mike. Oh my goodness, not what we wanted. Martinho, Ainadino, miscommunication there between Tiger and Sharks. 6-3. Martinho, Ainadino, the AAM Academica number one. A good one there from Shane. Comes Sharks and the ball goes out. Carlitos, Augusto. Here comes Carlitos, Augusto. Good defensive work, good block there from Smokey. Tafadzwa Kapunde. Mike Mafumo. That is Martinho. And Pinto with a wild serve that goes out. Not a good serve there. Usetov to take that point. Good block there from Smokey. Shane. Miscommunication between the UZ players. They're tripping each other as they try to defend their lines. Martinho Arthur with a serve that goes out wide. Now 1 point separating the two teams. Tafazo Kapundi, Smokey with a serve. Motinho, Ainadino, a veteran of many battles. Here comes Altavino, Mike Mafumo, and the ball goes out. Altavino, and it goes out. Kafundi. That's Motinho. Out there from Belton, Chile. Matthew on the service line. Here it comes. Augusto into the net. Augusto there, net touch there from Usetov. 3 points difference between the two teams. And Augusto, rather Martinho. Martinho, good touch there from Shine, and the ball goes out. Martinho, Ainadino, so far doing the work for Academica. Augusto, and the ball goes out. Mike Mafumo, Pinto with a touch there. Good one there from Nigel. Shane. Smokey. Matthew with a good one. 14-15. Alberto. Smokey brought down there by Belton. Here comes Alberto, the setter. Nigel. Matthew. Good defense there from Libero. Good defensive work from both teams. And Matthew will end it all. Matthew coming to the party. Good touch there from Nigel, but not quite as the ball goes out. 18-15. Rather 16-15. Aldevino, Matthew, penetration there. Aldevino, timeout for Use It Rules.
kumele change. end up in a comment. Go for now. Hold on. And we are back at it in the second set, where we have witnessed the first set encounter, where the score line red 25-22 in favor of Academia. Now, here we go. The fan down the line from Matthew. Matthew aggressively going down the line to where there was no touch from the block. Was some splendid and delicate performance from Matthew there. Now there goes Matthew. Very great recovery from Kuzai there. And Audevino there. That was Audevino from Academia. He didn't even give Yusef some time to be composed in the coach. While they were waiting for the third ball to come, he just preempted them with his second ball, making Academia to have a point and leveling the scores to 1-1 apiece. Very great defense from Brian Chenna, and great angle attack by Matthew there. Now the University of Zimbabwe, who seemingly to be wanting it the most in this second set. Some loads of energy they're showcasing. See how it all goes. Either the University of Zimbabwe is going to win with a 3-1 scoreline. Oh, and then there was an all save for Matthew. Seeing the introduction of Julo from Academia. Academia in white and black and Juzet in red. Great pass there. A great quick set from Tanaka. Big Brian executing it so easily. The skill which is autonomously in him. Not even struggling to execute that, but just make it look so easy. And there was an out. There was Pinto right over there trying to go and quick attack. But unfortunately, it didn't go the way he wanted it to be. So this lives. This leaves Tapuzo Mashaka. B still on the serving line. Great serve there by Mashaka. See a 4-ball being set, and there's a net violation. Don't know who exactly was it, but there was a net violation from the University of Zimbabwe Wolves, giving Academia a point. Make it 4-3. Now seeing Mandrake on the serve. Now Mandate with the serve. Guys playing all the health out. Whoever them to take this game out. Back set. Very great correction there from Big Mac. And the backward attack. It was a backward attack by Nguvo, but unfortunately to his side, it could not end up in any way, giving University of Zimbabwe a point. Now witnessing Michael Mapumo on the service line. Michael Mapumo on the serving line there. See how it goes. If either is he going to... There he goes with a very thunderous jump serve. Great reception. And he defends. See how Matthew goes with it. And unfortunately the ball just went over the... Like as I said, so now the scoreboard is reading 5-4. Augusto on the serving line now. Very energetic and skillful player he is. See how he goes. And there's a touch. From the indication I'm seeing from the referees and the line referee, they're saying that there was a touch. And it seems like there's an explanation from the second referee explaining it to Coach Belge of the University of Zimbabwe. And now we go again. Mazuro seeming to have struggled with the serve. And ball is still in. And an attack! What some remarkable performance from Academia right over there. Nobody even ever expected the ball to be made a point by Academia. Neither did I. Actually, I had thought that maybe they were going to give a free ball. But unfortunately, this is a man's game. A great reception from Big Brian there. Now a set from Tanaka. Unfortunately, it could not go to anyone. And they could have set. Oh! Remember the name, Martino. There was Martino right over there. In keeping Augusto with the serve. He's still serving. See how he goes now. A great reception by Matthew. Very 3-1-3-2 and Big Brian. Big Brian right over there. Breaking the jinx of the rally. And the consecutive serving of Augusto. After executing a 3-1-3-2 combination which has been set by Tanaka. And there's a rotational fault from the Academia She has been called by the second referee. Right away, right now, is now explaining it to the players. Seeing the captain get gone for an appeal, and she has been well solved. Joe, big run with the serve. Grand reception right over there, and grand recovery. Like there was a trespassing. There was a trespass. The trespass from Aldevino of Academia. Keeping Big Brian on the serving line. Gusto the pass. Backside to Aldino. Good recovery there from Brian. See how Matthew goes with it. They say that in the men's game there is no any word as there is no any word which is called free ball. Each ball gotta be utilized to make a point out of it. And indeed, we are witnessing all that here at the venue of Ramakovan. And there's an easy point coming out from Pinto. Straight to the serving line. Pinto the serving line. Great reception from Matthew. And then a 3-1-3-2. Though this one wasn't a 3-1-3-2, it was a 3-1-4 ball. 3-1-4-2 combination. Was some delicate skill there from Matthew. Going straight into the head of Aldevino. See how he goes. Is he going to revenge? And there's a net violation from Aldevino. Giving Newsnet a 2-point lead. Giving Newsnet a 2-point lead. Now the introduction of Tafaza. The serving line. Great service there, right away. And Simatino. Seems like it's now 11-9. Mashaka. Then come. No coordination among the players from Academia. Some confusion shown between Aldevino and Martino, giving Inuzet an easy point. Make it 12-9 the scoreline. Tanaka taking the serve. Great serve from Tanaka. And seeing the referee has indicated that there was a hand over net by Matthew, giving Academia points. And this is Sergio the serve. Mashaka. Then and down the line. Down the line by Augusto. Down the line by Augusto right over there. Yeah, what an interesting game we're witnessing here. Mike Tafaza Mapuma there. A very great quick set. Seeing him executing what he had been delivered to by young athlete Tanaka. If you are not here, make sure that you are here. If you have been here, in order for you to see what some interesting stuff right over here. Now got a very great defense by Matthew, giving Academia a free ball, and a good block by Brian. Great block by Brian there. Monstrous block. Monstrous block by Brian. Denying Aljavino some access to pies over the net into his own territory. Great serve by Matthew. And the first set and another block. There is a net violation from Chapaza Mafumo. Though he had rightfully tracked the ball and positioned himself to where he was supposed to be at, that's what is called keeping the basics right. That's Chapaza Mafumo there. Though there's a call which was indicating that there was a net violation. Matthew now doing all the way in Mashaka. And that's Mashaka for you. Great pass by Michena and Smarky hitting it out. Looking for a top position for angle. There goes my... Now seeing Chapaza Mafumo after scoring a point, get to the serving line with the jump serve. Hard jump serve. See how it goes in. Goes out. The first time out by Academia. Now we're back from the timeout. Aggressive by Mafumo there. And that's an air serve. Now a substitution from Uzet. Seeing Tanaka into the and Mafumo. Quick set from Academia and red cut from Martino. Some fire was full of action packed right here in the state of Polokwane. Zone 6, 2025 gaps. And there's an offset there from Augusto. Now Muchina with the serve. Great defense by Michael Mafuma there. Matthew! Unfortunately, he could not be given some access to pass through the net by Pinto. Showcasing his golden hands with a great block there. Marshall with a great bump. And referee is indicating that there's an overset. I don't know what it means. I don't know, but he knows better. So there's met the scoreline to reach in 17-19. Great pass by Mchena. Decent by Mafumo. And there it goes. Let's see how it goes. Aldovino looking for a touch, but unfortunately he could not get anyone. Leaving his ball to go outside the court, giving User that point to make it 2017. Smokey there on the serving line. Overpass, spinning aggressive from Smokey, and there's a net violation. There's a net violation by Belton. The User Wolves now they've gotten their heads back into the game, making and executing the basics so right, and making them to take the lead in an easy way as it looks. Matthew there. Matthew right over there. Now this is the second and final timeout for Academia. Don't know what the coach is about to tell his players, but definitely it's all about encouraging them to keep their heads into the game and make sure that the restricted investors number to get to 25. Neither is it what Coach Muriwa is telling his players. Obviously, he's calming the players to be patient and to stay focused with the resilience they started off the set well. So, ladies and gentlemen, the scoreboard is now reading 22-17. Uzet taking a 5-point lead. See how it goes. Let's see how it all goes. Seems like the referee with some technical aspects which he's fixing. And there he goes, blowing his whistle, instructing the players to get inside the court. And to decide either who is going to take the set. Now Tafaza with the serve. Back set to splendid performance there by Martino Anadino. Getting a fresh set from Martino Ata. Shane the very good tip pass. Mashaka! And a great defense there from. Ball is just still on. And the back set from by Ata. Let's see if Nature going to research the ball. And unfortunately, it could not happen where we expected it to be. Now comes a timeout by Coach Veg of University of Zimbabwe. Mashaka right over there. The quick set on top of the block, proving to be so quick, more than the Academia block, and hitting it so hard. Angled and directed to position 5. It's now getting interesting. Kaduma the serve. Aggressive from other end. Block goes out. But was a hit from Aldevino right over there. Aldevino still to the serve. Reception for Matthew. Another recovery. Matthew again. Another set, Mashaka. Mashaka for you. It's now 24-20. New Zealand now in need of 1 point. 2-7 Matthew. See how it goes, and it's a point. Augusto scoring for Academia. Now 0 there. Uchena! Brian Uchena. They call him Big Brian. Some big energy. Lots of energy he has. Big Brian giving and showing us, giving a great finish there to the University of Zimbabwe Wolves. Acquiring them a set. Leading the set score to be 1 apiece. It's now getting interesting. 1-1 in terms of sets. Now getting interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Kaduma still on the serve. And a monster block. Great combination of Matthew and Mashaka there on the block. Giving user a fine lead. 3 points. So there, Mafumo, and making a point. Nigel Kadumba still serving. Use that captain and Seta at the same time. Augusto, and down the line by Augusto. Very great delivery by Aldevino. Belton on the serving line. Matthew the Clippers, and a pass and follow. Pass and follow execution by Matthew right over there. Putting him straight to the serving line. There's a chest pass. Chest pass being called by the referee. Timeout called by University of Zimbabwe. Backside and Martino giving Academy a point. Martino proving to be well through in his team. For his delicate skills. Martino on the serving line. The pass from Mafuma. Bad. And the recovery by Manchiro. See how Muchena goes with it. Great recovery by Martino defending himself. And it goes on to Machapata Mafumo. Manchiro is taking the ball now. That's some good rally we're witnessing there. Great rally we're witnessing. And the ball is still on. And only of Aldevino to break the long rally by an outside attack. Now Martino seeming to be a little bit devastated by the actions, and since Aldovino is getting substituted and he needs players, there comes in Carlos. The substitution is meant to make sure to ensure that Martino gets a rest and a recovery mental wise. So he might be so much devastated and exhausted at the same time. Augusto backside and it goes out. Mashaka still on the serving line. And Sergio eating it out. Sergio eating it out of the court. Trying to look for an angle where he thought he could make a point out of it. And Martino, the D-attack. Matthew there defending. And Mapumo Tafaza. Big Mike. There comes another timeout from Academia. Here we go by Nigel. Chapa the Mapumo. And there's a blow from Augusto. Blocked by Augusto. Casio Carlos. Ryan front court. Augusto and goes the hard serve. But just seemed to be a piece of cake on the University of Zimbabwe side. Seeing them passing it comfortably, letting them to play their very own system in a comfort zone. Witnessing Smokey, the thunderous attack. Now Tafaza Mapumo, Big Mike with the serve. Well served it was. Now defending the point. And good recovery by Kadumba Nigel. Channeling his back to face the ball and to make sure that he blocks it. A big bloodbath match we are witnessing here. Next and Tafaza Mapumo. Big Mike going down the line. After had been given a great set by Nigel, where he was left with no block at all. After all the block, it went the other direction. Now a substitution. Carlos going out. Seeing Aldovino coming back in again. Jump serve gone wrong by Sergio Polende. Now 11-point lead. The University of Zimbabwe. Kick set gone wrong again. Ball just got to be so quick to the one who's supposed to attack it. Seems like there's an injury right over there. Aljavino is seeming to have got an injured. I don't know how it's going to be caught. Now back into the match. Seeing big run with the set. Augusto great set. Martino! Does an elbow. There go the free ball to the University of Zimbabwe. Back set to Chapaza Mafumo. Making use of the set. Making the scoreboard to reach 18-8. UZ having a 10-point lead. Violation from UZ, letting out Javino to the 7 line. Block out there from Augusto. Aljavino then as saved. From Aljavino. Making the scoreboard read 18-12. Mashaka breaking the long run serving of Aljavino. Now Martino. Right away now, witnessing the coming in of Shane in place of Brandon Taylor. What's up for setting the front of the net? Great pass from Shane and goes and leaves. Live his team 124. Seeing them only need of 1 point to wrap up the set and make it 2-1 in terms of set score. Now Martino making use of the ball. Seeing Carlos the setter. Also leave Arthur. Alberto Arthur, the setter of Academia. The civil line. I said Renato, Matthew, again. Matthew finishing the game, wrapping up the set to make it 2-1. Great block by Smokey. Keeping track and putting his eyes always on the ball. Disallowing the Academia gentlemen to pass through. And in that, this is it an SF? No, it is not. It has been recovered. Now Mashaka again. It's like there's a recovery again. Now Mafumo on the set. Nigel with the 2-ball. And Aldovino, yes, to attack it out. This is just the beginning of the third set. The University of Zimbabwe wearing red and Academia Associação Academia de Maputo wearing black and white. Now, Simatama. Martino. Remember the name. Martino. He's been showcasing some great performance from the onset of the game. Ooh, saving, attacking, now with the block. After that set, there was some mistiming. There was some mistiming with Mantate and Belton all together. Where's the ball? 1, 2. Like there's a block out. The block out. Very good angle attack by Martino. Good pass by Chen. Mafumo Chafafa. Went straight, right over where the short man was. With the use of his eyes, hammering it down, giving you the point. Mashaka with a good serve and good enough to go out. Augusto Carlitos. Saving it out again. Now I'm beginning to wonder that if they could have been saving some short serves instead of jump serves, when they going to be saving their energies. Well, it's a question to myself with them to answer it. So they're the ones who knows the benefit of what they are doing and the benefit to their team again. But give them the pain of the present time. Anyway, we're back at it again. Good block there. Good monster block there by Belton. Smokey trying to go to position 5. Unfortunately enough, and it's an SF. SF by Pinto. back with the passing for Nigel Kadumba. The 2 goals. Also the serve. An attack. Failing to play a contact. Now Aldevino. Aldevino failing to be back into the game. Great attack by Matthew. A quick set it was by Nigel Kadumba. Seeing Smokey on the serving line. See how it goes. The back set comes in. Out of an attack. Let's the serve. Miscommunication from the setter. And he's lifting up his hands. Sure that indeed I'm the one who had made a mistake. To his teammates, apologizing to his teammates. Now Aldevino coming out, being replaced by Monjane Felisberto. Monjane Felisberto replacing Aldevino. Nigel the save. Monjane getting his first touch of the game. And seemingly to be put to a Kaigo. Penalty set. Matthew on the serving line. Good save for Matthew. Lockout by Mafumo. Aldevino coming in for Monjane on the Academica side, whilst at the user side, seeing Trainer Brian coming in for change. serve. There's Augusto there. Well saved by Augusto. Brian Michela with the pass and follow. Making use of the hands. Right on top of the blockers. Attacking the fingertips. Make sure that the ball lands where no man can recover it. Pass there from Amido. And the clock out. Out of now. Great attack. Chena. Tumakuma. And say to them, not cross. My question would be like, are we going to witness a fifth set of this game, or use it to get the head back into the game and recover from the gap which has been put by AM to grab this set to make it a throw? Let's all see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Show you the effect on how the timeout is going to add up to the boys' performance, I mean. Great save there by Kadumba Nigel, setting it smartly, enabling him from space, not to get any touch on him. Now Augusto, the discomfort zone, and the defense. Well covered by Smarty, and the great set, and Alcavino scoring. Great pass by Manziro. Matthew Bay. Great recovery by Manuto. Aljavino! Witnessing the substitution of Tanaka, replacing Nigel, and substitution which I can refer to as a tactical one. Let Nigel rest, and there's a net violation. He's saying the ball went out, a net violation again. I don't know what those signs mean. Because lift up his hand, he had lift up his hands to show that the ball went out. And also indicating his left hand to show that there was a net violation. Anyway, he's the one who knows better. I might have seen that also, but he knows what he's calling on. Great pass by Majiro. Great following up. And Matthew. Beating the ball outside the court. He's requesting for... He's appealing. Saying that ball the touch. There goes. Oh! The action is still there. See Aljavino! Majiro. Now Mafumo. And the ball is in. And it's not on. Already 21-14. 21-14, ladies and gentlemen. 21-14, ladies and gentlemen. 7-point lead. From the looks of it, it was a pound for pound match where both ends were scoring a point for point each, but in the middle of the position of viral, that's all changed. See now it goes. Now we're back from the timeout, second and final timeout, witnessing the coming in of Nigel Kadumba. Assuming that men have rested, and indeed the timeout were to the favor of Investor of Zimbabwe. To where Atta might have gotten to be complacent, letting and leaving him to serve the ball out of the court lackadaisically without any purpose of scoring on that. It's getting interesting. It's getting interesting. All happening here in POLOKWANE. Happening in POLOKWANE, the Limpopo province. It's getting interesting. It's getting fun. Oh! Down the line attack from Matthew. The athlete jumps so high. Now seeing the introduction. Game is now. Witnessing the coming in of Chipuri Rwanesu, and there was some confusion amongst Kadumba and Mashaka, but regardless of the fact that there is an 8-point lead, Mafumo is saying, gentlemen, Mafumo was just encouraging his teammates and advising them that the game is on, gentlemen. Keep your ears up. You never know what happens. So long as you tell yourself that it's not over until it is announced over by the referee, the game will be on. And indeed, we all saw what Mashaka had done. If it wasn't for the fact that Mashaka is a very well-experienced athlete, who would have seen his head getting down and not even showing all that energy to get that point. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now a mental game here. Comes a pass there. Augusto! the set. And indeed, it is now going to be interesting. Now getting to be interesting. Now getting to be interesting. I repeat. Ladies and gentlemen, comrades and friends, here in POLOKWANE, in the province of Limpopo, now about to witness the fifth set. Fifth and final set of the game. Pitching University of Zimbabwe in red, taking on Associação Academia de Maputo from Mozambique in black and white. Both ends, we have once won this trophy before, so it is indeed a bloodbath because both of the teams have an experience of this tournament and also an experience of winning this tournament. So hey, what an interesting encounter there we are witnessing. Then there's a toss, the switching of sides. Let's await to see who is the one to check out this set between UZ and Academia. Now back at it in the final, where the scoreline is reading 1-0 in favor of Academia. attack by Mashaka. Leveling up the scores to 1-1. Now Kadumba the save. Pass by Eldovino. Back set to a goal. And there's a net violation and a touch. Now seeing Julio Belton on the serving line. The serve straight to position 1. And Mashaka right on top. Just right on top of the whole block. Which was led by Pinto. Dead. Worked out. Now a quick substitution in the set. Substitution in the set when Shane seems to be replacing Brian Chenna. See how effective the substitution get to be. Now Boost with a good pass and Martino backside. Martino the back set. Martino on the serving line. Reception by Shane. See how Matthew goes on with it. Great reception there by Eldovino. Martino. Now Martino, great defense there. Back to Matthew, giving out a free ball. See if that is going to be utilized. Augusto and he makes two stoppage. And he makes two stoppage. Augusto. Augusto Callistos. Alongside Martino. Complimenting each other. Remember those names, ladies and gentlemen. Remember. Mashaka! And he scores for the University of Zimbabwe. So quick he was. Not in any way anyone was ever going to be able to catch up with that one. Either way, the touch could be the only way to go.